Hey everybody, we are back to jump into Final Fantasy, and let's see what three packs we have to start with. We have Merciless, we have Wild, and we have Devious. So, as everybody knows who have watched the channel, and there is a playlist below if you want to see the whole entire playlist, I have really loved playing mages, blue-red mages. And I've picked mages twice over Merciless when I wanted to try Merciless. So here, this pack is less about which pack you should pick, and it's more about I have not tried Merciless myself. I would like to try it, and I think that's what we're going to get a chance to do right here. Second pick, we have Devious, we have Scheming, and we have Weapons. So I don't know enough about Merciless to see which one kind of goes a little bit better. I'm leaning on Weapons because I've played it before and I know that the 2-drop is really strong. Just getting a 2/2 that you could move on to other creatures later on. I think it's really strong. Devious, I'm just not sure exactly what. The featured card on Devious is Poison the Waters, a sorcery for 2 mana. All creatures get -1/-1. Or target player reveals their hand and you take an artifact or a creature from it and they have to discard. So I'm going to go ahead and go with Weapons and smash those two half decks together and get right into gameplay. Want to see how this Merciless deck stacks up. Is it as good as mages? Is it as fun as mages? That's another question that we have to go ahead and answer. So we will go ahead and keep this. This is a really cool artwork for a land I don't believe I've seen before. We'll keep. And we will start with a tap land and look to play this Dragoon's Lance on turn 2. This rat, when it dies, we make a treasure token. You know what? We might as well try and play that first. Because if they did kill it right away, it could help us ramp out this Machinist arsenal. So here, we're probably going to play the 2-drop. The question is, do we play the 2 and the 1? Let's offer the trade and see how much mana we have to work with if they do trade off, and they don't want to. Okay. I say we get both creatures out. Job select will come with its own hero token, and Zach fair. So job select each. So it comes with a 1/1 and it gets equipped creatures +2/+2 for each artifact you control. And it's an artificer. Okay. Let's see, we are going to be able to fly over the top. The 2 damage is not very relevant to us right now. Do we have 3 mana for... Do we have the 4th mana for Phantom Train? Oh, it depends on what our opponent does, right? So let's go ahead and go to attacks. We're going to attack and see if they want to trade off. They do not. So it doesn't look like we're going to have that mana, and we'll go ahead and have Treachery ready to go. This is whenever it deals damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card, and then that player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. Okay, so if they try to force the attack, we'll be able to do something there. Phantom Train. Okay. Okay, they are going to try and attack. I do think now is the time to just quickly get rid of the token, they will be able to move the Ninja Blades back onto something else, but it will cost them some momentum. Okay. My turn, we will play our own Phantom Train and attack. You could always sacrifice to turn that into a creature, so we are just going to attack with the flyer. And play Phantom Train ourselves. Okay. What is he going to do here? He's going to need to stop this flyer at some point. This is going to be a pretty big creature, right? This is going to be a 7/7. He's going to... Okay. His Phantom Train is large, but a 5/5 without vigilance, so it's going to attack or block. It's not going to be able to do both. He does go ahead and take our large card out of our hand. No blocks there. Although I guess I could have considered blocking. Sacrifice another creature if you do draw a card. Whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life. If it's the 4th time it's happened, then it flips. So I think we will sacrifice the rat to draw a card. Let's do this first main, since we're not going to be able to get through Phantom Train anytime soon. Treasure token. We will attack with the flyer. And we will play the equipment and get the hero token and have a 2/1 ready. We do have the mana to be able to move the +1/+1 counter over if that's something that we need it to do. It's a tough situation here, right? Sephiroth is going to do good over the course of a few turns, but I think it's going to die to removal right here. Still worried about what's his long-term plan. Our long-term plan is we're attacking with the flyer in the air. Is his long-term plan eventually he's going to start attacking with the 5/5? If so, I think he wants to try and get it in soon, if not right now. I don't know how waiting for him is going to be more helpful. Okay. So we could move the Monk's Fist over and attack for 3. What that does is it speeds the clock up. So that's a 3-turn clock in the air. And then we'll play this big lifelinker after. That's a 4/3. And we do have Zach Fair's ability also to give something indestructible if that's what we want to do. They're going to look at 3 cards. The first removal spell will be pointed here. We have 1 if it's indestructible. If it's exile, we lose it, but because we still have all the equipment, this thing is going to be rather large. So he is going to have to find something really quickly here. This Phantom Train kept our ground guys from attacking, but the ability to attack with flying. Okay, destroy target creature. So this is an opportunity to gain indestructible. I think that's what we want to do. He is going to have to chump block next turn. Okay. So we attack with everything. He has no cards in hand that we don't know about. So he's forced to block the 5/4. He's going to go to 4 life. Okay. Very smart to sacrifice it so I didn't gain the life link. I think because we had an opportunity where he had no cards in hand, I think maybe moving the equipment over and attacking with flying was the right choice there. I don't think it's going to come back to bite us, but it certainly might. He's looking at this card quite a bit. If he has removal, he has to point it there. Okay. Okay, he's going to transform this. Good, but a little too late, right? Okay. Attack for 7. I'll have trample next turn. So we just have to survive 1 turn. Okay. If he pulls a removal spell, he pulls a removal spell. He deserves it. So as it is, there's a 5, 6, and a 7/7 trample. So this will get a +1/+1 counter on it when he sacrifices something. To activate it, it'll be an 8/8, block with a 1/1, block with a 2/3. He's going to gain 3 life. Okay. That is not something that we anticipated. Are we going to be 1 life short here? So what we can do is we can block this way and this way, and since this has already been blocked, we can sacrifice this to draw a card. He can keep getting +1/+1 counters on it. Oh, did not know that that was the case. So that means we are dead, right? Yeah. We can sacrifice this in order to draw a card. but that is not going to help because the trample is going to deal us 9 damage, and that will be enough for the game. Good to know we have a Phantom Train in our deck, and that may be something that we're going to use a little bit later on to surprise one of our opponents. It was not 100% clear to me early on that that was a way you can use it. He did have the multiple treasure tokens, and so I don't think our deck can produce as many tokens as that, so I don't know if that's really something that is viable, but it is certainly something that should be considered. We will go ahead and keep this. We'll start with the 2-drop, of course. And we have a 3 and a 5. Ship. There's a crew 1, Flying and Vigilance, and it can tap to make colorless to spend on an artifact. Okay. Thieves' Knife. Okay. We can go with the 2-3. We can offer the trade and then look for the 2-3 if not. Or we can Slash of Light this right now, but I don't think that's going to offer us much. So let's offer the trade. I don't think he's going to take it. He does. Okay, does that change? Does that change what we want to do? Do we go Flying and Death Touch here? He equips that. I guess so. Okay. Another Plains for him. This is Sleep Magic. Okay. If he has a 2-drop to crew the cargo ship, that would be good for him. No, Island Cycling instead. Okay, real important to get the Island Cycling. Sephiroth is going to come down and sacrifice this because what else are you going to do with it? Draw a card. I am looking for another land here and don't get it. So if I have an attack available next turn, I will play probably the Dire Rats. And I do not. Okay, so I play the 3-drop. A little awkward on the mana there, but not too bad. Okay. So I think this is just double 2-drop. He has nothing that can crew right now. I assume that's not going to last forever. We'll get the Dire Rats, and we will get the Castle Guard. The Slash of Light is going to be big because of the number of creatures. Not sure what he has. 2-3, okay. And 5-4, okay. The crew becomes available on all of these. Does that mean no? Okay. Okay, we shoot this down. Attack for 6, right? I think that's the first part. And what's the second part? Is it island cycling? Or plane cycling, sorry. We're going to get in for 6. He is going to have a large artifact waiting for us the next turn. Some crew. Okay. So we are not in the greatest of positions here, and this makes it worse. So what do we need to get out of this? Obviously another removal spell would be huge here. Otherwise, what do we have? Do we have much? Okay, this is a drawing discard. And that's all. Okay. Okay, we have one piece of equipment, so that is not going to be much. This will trigger whenever something dies. We can play this and attack with everybody. He's going to take 4, but he'll be guaranteed to kill something. Is that the worst? I don't think so, right? So I assume he wants to kill the salvagers. He probably wants the crew just to be safe. Okay, we did find a land, so that is good. Okay, another big creature there. Our creature has reach, so just one attack. It's not going to be great, except for this Death Toucher, right? Yeah, interesting spot here. We don't really have a path to victory as of right now. We're not totally dead, but we certainly don't have an idea for victory yet. Okay, so he's lining up this attack. It looks like it's only going to be this 2/3. If it is, we let it in. Okay. The lifelink is relevant. He'll be going to 8. do we have a chance to make one big attack here, right? This will be something later on. So this will be +4, +4. So it'll be a 5/5 when we play it. It'll be +4, +4 later on. Okay. I'm not sure what the thinking is here. I believe this may be somebody that disconnected or is away from the keyboard. There's not really much, there's not extra thought here. These can't be crewed right now because you're on decision to do attacks. There we are. Okay. Okay. Three, 4. Just looking to see if there's anything. When this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, surveil 2. Make a treasure. Yeah, apologies, our opponent is playing a little slow here. I don't know, I assume it's a connection issue. I don't think it's on purpose, but you never know with Arena. So the idea is we'll play a 3/4. We'll also play side quest with the treasure token that we will get. We will lose a life. We will not be able to attack. And we'll push forward this way. And yeah, unfortunate ending to that game. We were not in a good place in that game. If we picked up from that point of the game and had this forward, if we were to play that game 10 times, we may have won, 3 or 4, maybe 3. We were not in a good position. But we will play another one and see if we can have a little bit better example and finish the game all the way to the conclusion. Yeah, my assumption is just away from the keyboard or internet connection, something like that. It wasn't the kind of game where somebody would be really salty about, so I don't think it was that, but you never know. We'll keep this. Okay. Okay, so is that fair? We do have the treachery. Ooh, I like that card a lot. It's a great removal spell, and it also ramps you up. Late game with all of these job select cards and the re-equipped costs, there's a lot going on there. I think we're going to just treachery right now. Be efficient on the mana. Yeah, we will. So here's the thing. Do you want to play a 3-drop and risk missing the 4th land? I don't know, 2/3. It's not better than White Oracite, but White Oracite taking another turn to get here is actually just fine too. Right? Are we gonna really White Oracite this? We will probably, if we have a chance on turn 4, we will probably Oracite something, right? Because of the ramp. And we'll just place it. We do have to decline. I mean, I guess we don't have to, but sacrificing this for a random card is probably not what we want to look for here. We are hoping that he attacks. I guess he's not going to attack in. Yeah. He's attacking in. I'm not sure what's in white that he could have here, but I really don't want to take the chance. Yep. Okay, so now we do have a very small slash of light, but at least it is something there. And we'll take away the vigilance. We don't have anything to sacrifice here. That is an issue. So really it is just a 3/3. But hopefully that'll be something that stops his attack. Pushes the game longer. This is 4. Can I slash of light my way out of this? No, I can make it a 3, but I can't make it a 4. Do I want a slash of light now? Not really, but what am I supposed to do here? Our guy's still gonna die. Get the drain. I don't want to plane cycle this away because I'm afraid of not having enough gas. This is going to deal 2 damage just to us. Although I assume it's going to get equipped next turn. I'm going to make a 7/7. And this will make it a 9/9. Dragoon's Lance means that it would have flying. So if they're going to take away, if they're gonna remove it, they want to go ahead and remove it now. The idea of just suiting up this frog and attacking is not going to be a winning strategy. Okay. Still not. So this is just plain cycling, right? Okay, so let's see if they have a removal. If not, they're not going to do too well. They don't have trample. I have a blocker. They can't have any kind of fight removal because obviously this is too large. Yep, Lord Mage's Staff is a great card, but I don't think it's going to help him here. Yep. And that is the game. Yep. I mean, that is really showing the power of Dragoon's Lance. Flying when it's not anticipated is huge. when it's on the board from the very beginning, when it comes out as a 2-drop and it's just 2 power flying attacker, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the card, but the ability to re-equip something later in the game is really strong. We're going to see again, we have Dragoon's Lance, we have White Aura Sight. Yeah, it looks like a decent hand here. The ramp from the Aura Sight was not super useful in that game, but hopefully we can show that it will be useful in others. Especially with these equip costs. 4 mana to equip this, it's a lot. But when you have 7, 8, 9 mana in the later stages of the game, you can go ahead and get a lot more done on each turn. Okay, this is haste, right? Yep. Okay. So this will be an attack, and then Zach Fair, second main. White Aura Sight will hold up the indestructibility on Zach Fair. Yep, that'll search for a land. Only really one good attack, but that land is obviously bringing a lot of value. Interesting. Ward 1, okay. Now, will he control the creature with the most power? The answer is probably yes. So, White Aura Sight, by taking this away, that means we attack for 3. Have the indestructibility up. Yeah, I think it's worth it. I don't know if I want to get into a full-blown race against the red-green deck, but something that looks like a race will be close enough, especially with the flying, because that's where the trouble is going to begin for them. We're going to try and get the creature out next turn, and then further equipment after that. Again, right now, if one of our creatures dies, the power is in the equipment. Yep. Depending on what's in his hand, this may start going off real strong next turn, but we will see. Okay, we could put a +1/+1 counter on this. Have 2 flying creatures. We could just go with the plan of if he tries to kill something, we're gonna draw a card. Tough. But I think the flying plan is slightly better. There's a 3-turn clock right here. Now again, it's not going to be 3 turns, right? Like, they are going to have non-creature spells of converted mana cost 4 or more. Question is, especially with the green, are they going to be super impactful on the board like this one is, right? Because not only is it this creature, but you also have the chance to flash it back next turn because they have made the token. It's going to attack as a 4/4. Yep. So, is there a 2-drop play in here? If not, We're still dictating terms. Okay. There was. Okay, so we attack for 3. Do we attack for 5? So attack for 3, it's 4 turns. Attack for 5, it's 3. He's going to make another 3/3. He's going to attack with a 4/4 and a 3/3 and a 2/2. This is going to hold off the 2/2. The 3/5 will hold off. 3/5 is going to make it really hard for him to attack. Okay. We do have the indestructibility counter, although I would assume that if this is the mage's part of the deck, you would have something like ice magic that the indestructibility isn't going to help against. I'm talking it through. Maybe the attack for 5 was a better play there. The racetrack. Racetrack. Can he attack? Right? I assume he's going to play a land and make a chocobo. If not, he's got these treasure tokens. He could probably make another play. But what's he going to do with this? Because he's got to know he's probably going to lose it if he attacks with it. If he doesn't, then he's on a 2-turn clock, right? Yeah, what's he gonna do? Play and equip is 7. Nothing. Attack for 5. Play. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do against that? Not much, right? Yep, this is it. This is your turn. You're going to have to do 10 here, or you're going to have to kill both guys that are tapped. He has treasure tokens, so he's going to be able to do like 2 big spells, right? So he has 5 mana left after this. I didn't see if he dropped the land, so he might be able to make one more 2/2. There's the land. Yep. So he can do that. He can rummage. He can discard a card and draw a card. He's gonna have one more 4-drop worth of mana. He can get a second counter. Yeah, I think flying just gets through here. Unless he has a blocker with reach or something like that. I just don't know what he's going to be able to do to stop the flying. In a longer game, if this game went on 4 more turns, of course he was going to win. But that's just not how this game is going to work out. Dragoon's Lance from turn 2 has just been pecking away, and the flying is going to get there. Does he have a kill spell if I go and I go all in on one creature? Maybe that's an idea. If I don't, I attack with both, and I have the indestructibility token. If he has bounce or something, it obviously gives him another turn. These are any color mana, so this could be blue. Obviously you would think that it would be direct damage if it was in red, but it could be bounce. Ice magic. Turn the creature to my hand. Yep. That does it. He is going to get another turn. This is 4 mana. We're going to be able to play a creature and then equip the Dragoon's Lance to probably the guy that just has Ward 1, right? There's no real benefit. We're going to attack with 3 flyers next turn. If he has a removal spell, he'll get rid of 1 of them. But is there, before I equip this, is there any benefit to have discard? No, I think we can do that next turn anyway. We'll put it on the guy with Ward 1 and make him use a little extra mana if that's what he's going to do. We can still block with this guy if he decides to just untap and go all in. He's going to have new cards. He discarded, drew 2, and then he drew 1 for turn. So these 3 cards in his hand are new, in addition to this 4th card that he has. He's going to be able to do a lot of things, but are the things going to be enough? You can deal X damage to the opponent. He can discard all his non-creature spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's going to be able to shoot for a bunch. Could he get here? Well, I think there's no doubt that he could. He still has 7 mana left. And so, with those new cards, he just needs a couple more non-creatures. Okay. It's going to get him a land, but that's not going to get him any non-creatures, so not sure why he's messing with that. He can do the flashback. Yep. But he discarded the land. And he tapped the mana for this guy, which means he's not going to be able to attack. Okay, so we'll consider that kind of a draw. I think that was a mistake at the end there. He was trying not to pop the treasure tokens, and maybe it was an auto tap, or maybe it was a mistake. But we'll call that one a draw. So overall, merciless weapons. I really liked the weapons part of it. I didn't find the merciless part to be all that great. If I had a pick to do when I'm sitting down on a weekend after a week of work and I'm trying to have fun and I see merciless and I see mages, I'm going to pick mages. Your mileage may vary. If you enjoy merciless, please let me know in the comments below what you enjoy about it. But for me right now, my pick would probably be mages, both on the power side and on the fun side. So that's my pick, but I would love to hear what you guys think. If you enjoy content like this, please like the video, subscribe to the video for more content. I have playlists for Jump In, I have playlists for draft videos, and I also have some on the constructed decks, specifically the starter deck dual decks that you get after the tutorial. So for any new players who want to see those type of decks, please check below and you'll be able to see the playlist there too. Thank you, everybody. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.